What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of Unique Restorations. In today's video, what I'm going to be doing is refinishing my backyard wood deck. Now this project here was a ton of work, way more than I was expecting. So as you see there, it's really dirty. So the first thing we did was power wash it. Come to find out later, that wasn't the best way to go about getting the old stain off. You're supposed to clean it with water diluted with bleach and just rinse it off with your garden hose. The reason you don't want to use your pressure washer is because you're more than likely going to have to resand it because it's going to leave that wood really rough. Now this wood deck was here when we bought our house and it's not professionally done, and I would say it's not even done by a good DIYer. It dips and peaks in a lot of different spots. It's just uneven in a lot of spots. A lot of the wood is warping. They didn't use the same wood through the whole deck. It's just a bad deck. I might end up having to rip the whole thing out and redo it again. Alright, now let's move on to this color and what I'm doing here. When we were at Home Depot trying to choose a color, they had the little Olympic catalogs with all the different wood stains and seals. And this one was on the inside cover. And next to the color, it said color of the year. And it looked really nice. We wanted to go with something a little bit different. We didn't want to go with the red wood or the natural tone cedar. We just wanted to go a little bit different. And we did definitely go different. So when we bought this paint, they show you the sample of it. And we told the guy there, this looks really dark. He said, no, don't worry about it. It looks that way at first, but when you paint it and it soaks in the wood, it lightens up a lot. All right, fine, no problem. This was our first stain and seal, so I didn't know any better. So there I go, painting the whole deck. And there it is, a full day later. So there's the color we chose, cinder, and that definitely doesn't look like our deck color. That looks horrible. It looks like we burned the deck down. Not even close. I understand if it's a shade off, but those are two different colors entirely. So the first thing we have to do here is power wash the deck again to get all that new stain off. But what happened is the stain color was so dark that it actually soaked into the wood a lot, as you can see here in a lot of these spots. So when we went over it with the cedar natural tone, it just didn't look right. I'm really not too happy with this, but I'm gonna have to stick it out till it's time to restain the deck again. So I used 1.5 gallons of this paint. Now this paint wasn't cheap. It was, I believe it was $48 per gallon. So I didn't want to be out the almost $100 plus buying 2 more gallons of paint. So I went to Home Depot to see what they can do for me. So 1 gallon was completely empty and 1 gallon was half full. I had to go to 2 different Home Depots because I bought these both at 2 separate Home Depots. And shout out to them, they did give me store credit on both of them. I was really surprised that they were able to give me store credit on the gallon that was completely empty. They did give me a little bit of a hassle, but once I showed them the pictures, I have everything documented here as I was doing for this video. So there really wasn't much for them to argue about. It just wasn't the color that was advertised. So once we did that, we decided to go with the safe color, which was the cedar natural tone. And once we got this done with the cedar natural tone, to add insult to injury, I was painting some cabinets white on the deck, and I was using my new paint sprayer, and the nozzle popped out of the hose and all the paint came out and just splattered everywhere. So now my deck is stained with that cinder color and white paint. I tried to touch it up with putting some more seal over that splatter, but it just didn't work. So I hope I can fix this in the future and totally redeem myself. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. Check you on the next one.